Okay, so I'm going to start my day today with some cardio, which I do every single day of the week, apart from Sunday. And the reason for this is really just because it helps me to start my day off on the right foot. I feel like I'm happier during the day, I feel like I'm more focused, and also obviously to maintain my body weight as well, as I'm in quarantine and we're not able to get any kind of exercise outside. So I'm going to do about 15 minutes of cardio, with the last 5 minutes of cardio being quite intense cardio, and then we can get to work. Okay, so that's the cardio done. And the reason why I do this before breakfast is because it's fasted cardio. In other words, when the body doesn't have any food in its stomach, it will take the energy from your fat stores instead of the food that you've eaten. So basically it helps you to burn more body fat. And right now I'm in a transition stage where I put on a bit of weight to gain more muscle, which is called bulking. And now I'm in the process of cutting, which is reducing the fat that I've gained to keep the muscle as well. So time for breakfast. I'm exhausted. So time for some breakfast. Now, in Mexico City, they have this service called Fitness Chef. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, just literally what I eat. And they basically prepare meals for you. You can see here there's quite a lot. And they actually plan out the macros for you. So it tells you how many calories each meal has, protein, carbs, fats, that kind of stuff, right? So here we have some protein pancakes of the mango flavour today, which is going to be quite good. So I'll put that in the microwave for 2 minutes, some healthy food to start the day. And also I'm going to start with some supplements as well. Now I have a whole bunch here, but the ones which I have regularly are as follows. So we have, to begin with, we have some multivitamins, okay? This is this one over here, if it would focus, there we go. And this is some multivitamins specifically for people doing a lot of exercise and weightlifting, bodybuilding, that kind of stuff. We also have BCAAs, which helps the muscles to stop degrading when you do cardio, that kind of stuff, and also help recovery as well. Creatine, which helps to bulk up the muscle, basically. Currently taking just a small amount of these just because I'm cutting and I don't want to have too much water weight, but also omega-3 as well, just to keep the brain active and just to get my omega-3 fish oils into my diet when I don't have any omega-3. So that's my supplementation. I know this isn't really a fitness video, but just wanted to kind of let you know about that. I also have some peppermint tea, woo, and that's caffeine free. Don't want to start the day with a caffeine rush and then a caffeine slog about an hour later. So we have some peppermint tea, and that's my breakfast. Okay, so I'm now officially starting work. It is now 10:23 a.m. Honestly, I'm running a little bit late because I've had to record these videos for you guys and girls. But I wanted to show you behind the scenes, right? So usually I would start work about 10 a.m., which is probably a lot later than you would think an entrepreneur would start work. You see all these videos that are like, you need to grind, you need to hustle, and wake up at 4 a.m. and start work at 7 a.m., right? Honestly, I tried that before and it killed me. I work so much better. I'm much more focused. I'm much more intelligent throughout the day with my decisions and my logic. When I'm waking up at say 9 a.m. starting work at 10 a.m. instead of waking up super early, being tired through the whole morning because I didn't get enough sleep, and then going to bed early, not having enough time with my spouse, right? I'd much rather structure my day in a way that is beneficial to my decision making and also making me feel good about my life rather than hating waking up at 4 a.m. every morning. So I'm going to start working now. The first thing that I do is check Slack. So Slack is a business chat room platform that we use for our Ultimate Done For You service, which is where we build a 6-figure online business for our clients. So we literally do everything we possibly can to do that for them. The next thing I'll do after going through those remaining chats that I didn't answer in bed is go through my emails, and then after that I'll go through my personal emails, okay? And then after that, at some point in the middle, depending on the day, I'll reply to my 0 to 10K coaching program questions in the private Facebook group. Now, in terms of the 0 to 10K coaching program, I have a surprise for you. Today is a Wednesday, as it is the 13th of May 2020, which means that every Wednesday I do a live coaching call with my clients. And I want to bring you along with us so you can kind of see what goes on behind the scenes. But right now I'm going to go ahead and answer all of these questions, all the emails that are waiting for me that need my response. Fortunately, a lot of my team members in my business are all over the world, so they've been working before I even woke up, right? So I will have had a lot of the stuff done for me by now by my employees, but I'm going to do the rest that they couldn't do. Stuff that relies on marketing decisions, logic decisions based on the business and so on, right? I'm gonna get that done, which gives me 1 hour and a half, so 1 hour 30 minutes to do all that before our live coaching call for the week starts. So I'll see you then. So that work is now done. I've responded to all of my clients in the Ultimate Done For You service. I responded to all of my emails and also all the people on Facebook. So now I have 15 minutes left before we start the weekly live coaching call. Now, I'm going to fill this time up with looking at some of my clients' ad accounts. And I do this every single morning when I look at their stats in terms of how much it's costing them to acquire a new customer. Whether certain ad sets or audiences are starting to see fatigue, and we change those up a little bit every day. So just basically optimizing the funnel and also optimizing their pages as well. So order forms, sales pages, upsells, that kind of stuff, where we improve the results as much as possible based on the data that we get, not based on emotional decisions or hunches or like, oh, this could work. We always test everything and look at the actual data behind it. That's what you do as a marketer, right? So, looking at her screen over here on the laptop, we can see that this is her Facebook ad account so far. This particular client is currently in the stage of optimizing her funnel with us. So we're doing all of the optimization for her. You can see that she spent $18,000 and made $20,000 roughly on both, just because we're currently optimizing the funnel with both. We're currently, testing which ad sets work, testing which web pages work, which upsells, and so on. You can see her sales here. So for those of you who are looking at this video and thinking that, nobody's buying anything right now, this will tell you otherwise. And this is a client that's just starting out. It's not like this is a super established client or whatever. This is working right now, okay? So don't believe the hype of the media telling you that, nobody's buying anything, because obviously there are people buying stuff. And this is in the relationships niche. This is not in the health or wellness or, being immune to this kind of coronavirus stuff. It's nothing to do with any of that. It's about relationships, about helping couples to be better towards one another, right? And basically have a better relationship. So we can see if we go into her funnel stats over here, again, I might blur a few things on the screen here just to respect the privacy of my clients. But you can see her main funnel over here. We go to the stats. This is the kind of stuff that we look at every single day, and that I look at as a marketer with my clients. Is we basically optimize the web pages based on the stats. So looking at this over here right now, we can see the date range of May 6th to May 13th. We can see that her order form is converting at 52%, which is incredible. The average in most industries is about 20%. So she's doing more than double of the average. We can see her first upsell is converting at roughly 19%. If we look at an earlier date range, this was a little bit higher. So I think as people have kind of seen this offer, maybe that's declined a little bit, but that was at 19. So before, yeah, there it is. So before it was at 24%. So that's declining slightly. That's something we need to look at. Because of course business fluctuates as time goes on, and especially during a pandemic, right? We want to make sure that everything's constantly current. And we can see here the coaching upsell here. So the coaching is doing incredibly well. This is a $97 per month service. So what you see here in terms of the sales is just the first month. Obviously, this is only since May 1st. So we can see we had 6 sales of this from 9 people viewing the upsell page, which is a 66% conversion rate. Okay, and we're back. The battery just died on the camera. So basically what I was saying is that a 66% conversion rate on an upsell is incredible. The average is about 20%, all right? So that's looking very good. We're looking at downsells here, which is when somebody says no to the previous offer. Typically, you don't get any kind of sales from these in our experience, because when somebody says no the first time, it sets a precedent that they're going to say no continuously until the end of the upsell flow. So we're not that worried about that. That's kind of like a secondary thing to be optimizing. We can, of course, offer free trials for different offers subsequent to that, but usually we get most of the ROI increases from improving the pages where people say yes, right? So anyway, it's currently 10 minutes to 12. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for this call, get everything set up and get everything ready to go, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, so it's now 12 o'clock here in Mexico City, which is the time every week that we do these live coaching calls. And I'm currently logged into GoToWebinar, where you can see here we have 274 coaching clients who've each paid their way into this coaching program. And we're going to go ahead and start the session. So every session is recorded, so people who can't attend for whatever reason during the time zones, the differences, all that good stuff, they can watch the recording. So this launches the GoToWebinar panel, and in this session I'm going to be talking about basically how to set up a good Facebook ads campaign, because there are lots of different settings when it comes to launching a Facebook ad campaign, and they change stuff all the time. So I always make sure to update my clients whenever a big change happens to make sure that everyone's on the same page, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start the session now. All right, so let's begin. So hit start broadcast. Hello everyone, this is James Francis and welcome to this week's live 0 to 10k coaching call. Before we get started, could you please let me know that you can hear me okay, just by using the chat box on the right hand side of the screen if you're on desktop, and if you're on mobile it will be there somewhere. Just say hello and we can get started right away. In this session I'm going to be walking you through how to set up a profitable Facebook ad campaign from scratch using the very latest settings live on screen, okay? Because I know that Facebook changes stuff all the time and it's super annoying to create any kind of coaching program or PDF report or something like that for it, because they just change the way things look all the time. Even just last week they changed the way things look. So I'm going to walk you through the correct settings to use to get the maximum profit and just how profitable that is. I'm going to show you some proof of my accounts and my earnings and stuff like that as well. So let's see. All right, so we have Armand here. Hello to you, Armand. Hi, Andre. Hi, Don. Hi, Deborah, and others joining us as well. Great to have you all here. And of course, everyone watching the recording as well. Hello to you as well. So as I mentioned, I want to help you to set up a brand new Facebook ad campaign from scratch, assuming that you've never done any of this stuff before, because I know that the majority of you are beginners, that you're just getting started, all right? So let's begin. Now, the first thing you need to do is open a Facebook ad account, which seems obvious because, of course, you can't set something up in an account that doesn't exist yet, right? So you need to just Google search, Facebook ads, and then you'll be able to set up an ad account if you don't already have one. I would recommend connecting this to a business manager, and you can do that at business.facebook.com. If you do that, that basically allows you to have everything in one place, like your Facebook page, which you should create in there, which takes about 2 minutes. And then you can, of course, connect your ad account to there as well. So that way everything's in one place and you're not kind of losing where everything is. And also Facebook prefers it if you have a business manager as well, because it seems to them like you're a more professional business owner, I guess. Don't know why. That's just the way they see it. So once you've done that, you'll have something like this. Now, this is one of my many ad accounts here. We use a few just to keep things so that if one of them has an issue, we can run ads on a different one without any interruptions or anything else. But you can see here we spent well over $100,000 on ads on this one ad account, with a website purchases conversion value of over 139,000 UK pounds, because my currency is currently in pounds, hence the GBP in the top left. So basically that is the first 30 days after somebody clicks on an ad. If you look at my stats over here, this is the platform that we use, which is called Wicked Reports, which shows us the ROI of our customers over time. So you can see here that attributed ROI, try saying that when you've had a bit to drink, is 809%. So that's roughly an 8 times ROI from the ads in the last 30 days. So Facebook doesn't track everything. It's quite terrible when it comes to that kind of stuff. So this platform just helps us to track things correctly and give us the exact amount. I don't recommend you getting this because it's fairly expensive. Just know that I'm kind of proving this to you that the way I set ads up does generate results. So for every dollar I invest in ads, I make back $8 within 30 days or less. Okay, pretty cool, right? And this is how I do it. Awesome, so I've just finished the live session. The recording is now happening over there. And now it's time for lunch. So let's get some lunch. So excuse all of the boxes everywhere. Frito seems to think that this is his living room and that we need to have toys everywhere, because he does not play with cat toys, he plays with boxes and all that good stuff. So what do we have here, Chef Michelle?
Pasta with sausages and ham.
Wow, very carb heavy. But it's fine. And what we typically do is just sit here, have some lunch. Yeah, it's really dark in here for some reason, but there we go. Yeah, we typically just sit here, have some lunch for about 15 minutes or so, watch TV when we have some lunch, chat about the day so far. and then get back to work. So we're just going to enjoy this lovely food that Michelle has so graciously prepared for me, and I'll get back to you in just a sec. It is now 1:30 p.m. after lunch, and it is time for me to work on my to-do list. So these to-do list items will have been given to me by my employees, my clients, and also things that I want to get done as well. Typically, I will use Trello.com, which is a free tool which you can use just to create different columns of to-do items and so on, just to keep things organized. And I'll literally just go down this list, bashing each and every single one of them out and getting them done as quickly as I possibly can to get as much done as I possibly can over the next 3 to 4 hours. Because at that point I will take a little break by working out in my home gym right now, which you probably saw earlier in this video. But at that time I will usually dedicate the next hour or two to working out and then work some more on the evening. But for the next 3 to 4 hours I'm just solely focused on getting as much stuff done as I possibly can from my to-do list, and of course answering some client questions as we go as well. So I finished work. It is now 4:30 p.m. and around this time every day of the week I will usually come into the home gym, which currently consists of the cardio machine, which is that side, which you saw earlier on in this video, which is an elliptical machine. We have my giant ass barbell over here, and we have the dumbbells over here. So I like to work out every day of the week apart from Saturday and Sunday, which I try to have as rest days so I can feel fully rejuvenated for the week following. The reason being is that I like to train body parts, different body parts on different days, because I find that if I try and do a full body workout every single day, not only am I not reaching my full potential with those workouts, but also I feel like I'm exhausted from the previous workout and I just don't perform at my best. So I split up my workouts depending on the body part. So I try and take around 1 hour 30 on per day on 2 body parts. So for example, Monday it would be chest and triceps. On Tuesday it would be back and biceps. And then Wednesday, which is today, I will usually have as my day off, which includes 10 minutes of cardio on the elliptical machine and also abs as well. So that's going to take me about 30 minutes in total to complete. Nothing major, but it allows me to do stuff while not doing stuff, which is a good compromise, I think, and I don't feel lazy. And then also Thursday I will go back to chest and triceps. Friday I'll do a little bit of back, but primarily shoulders, and also biceps as well, because I feel like my shoulders are really underdeveloped, so I try and do those before the weekend when I can get a lot of cheat meals in and just kind of bulk up the shoulders. So anyway, again, it's not a fitness video, just wanted to share how I do things. And the reason why I work out every single day of the week during the working week is because I feel like the mind and body are connected, and if you have a weak body or if you are unhealthy, it can be quite difficult to have your mind work properly as well, that I've found in the past. I actually have, hopefully I can show you on screen right now, a screenshot of a video I recorded a few years ago, and I was super skinny, but nowadays, I'm growing a little bit of muscle, as you can see. I might put another photo of the after shot of me posing or whatever else, but I just want to basically be the best human that I can be, not only mentally in my business, but also physically in my body as well. So hopefully this makes sense. I'm going to go get to work. After that, I will typically just relax. That's my working day finished, unless I have some urgent to do tasks left over, which today I do, but they're not super urgent. So I'm going to go ahead and of course I'm still waiting on a few things from some clients as well. So I'm going to take my day today as a rest day and do some things that I want to do and have a longer evening period to myself and enjoying myself in the evening with Michelle as well. So I'm going to get to work and I'll catch up with you later. Now it's time to have something to eat. Michelle is streaming her gaming channel over there. She's a successful gamer on Facebook Gaming. So now it's time for something to eat. What shall we have from our pre-made meals? It's really cool. They do loads of really cool stuff like beef with mustard sauce and some of the rice and stuff. Also, when I've chosen that, I will go and have some English tea, because being an Englishman, I don't think you ever get over your tea. But I have a stash here from the UK. We have Tetley decaf tea, which is one of my favourites because I've run out of this. So this is my the ultimate god level tea for me, but I've run out. I have 3 left, which I'm saving for a special occasion. So if any of you know how to get some in Mexico City, hit me up. But until I can find some more, I'm kind of limited to the good old Tetley tea and the Twinings English breakfast tea. So this is pretty good, but it is caffeine, or it has caffeine, it's caffeinated. So I don't like having too much caffeine in my diet. So anyway, I'll have a cup of English tea and something from here, and that'll be my evening meal. We have takeout like 3 times a week, but we try and cut down. So yeah, loads of cool stuff, and I'll go ahead and just play my Nintendo Switch. Okay, so Michelle has just finished streaming her game on Facebook Gaming, and I've also finished playing the Nintendo Switch, just because I don't want to spend all night on it really. I only spend about an hour or so just to decompress after the day. And now it's family time, so at this point in the night, let's see, what time is it? So currently it is 8:43. Usually we start this about 8:30 or so, and we just watch a movie, we play with Frida, we chat to each other about our days and just decompress and just enjoy family time really, that's it. We usually go to bed around, or at least go to the bedroom around 10 p.m. So we usually have around an hour and a half or so together in the living room, and then just take the conversation into the bedroom. And then we just chat and, just do usual stuff that couples do in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. And then also just go to bed around midnight at 12. So it's not like we go to bed super late. And there's Frida making a celebrity appearance, hence quarantine. But yeah, to answer the question at the very beginning of this video, how has your life changed? I mean, if we were outside of quarantine right now, we would take this family time and go to a bar, go to a restaurant, depending on the day of the week, of course. We wouldn't go to a bar on Monday, for example. But we'd just make the most of the time. We'd go to a museum or something, or see a show or something like that, but we're kind of restricted when it comes to quarantine. So all I'm thinking right now is I'm just thankful that my day hasn't changed that much. So I know plenty of people who've lost their jobs, lost their incomes, and their families are being torn apart because of all this weirdness going on. And I'm so fortunate to be outside of that position and to have created a foundation for my life a long time ago that's kind of enabled me to not change my life that much. I mean, really the only downsides of being in quarantine are not being able to go physically to a gym and having to have a home gym, and also, I guess, not being able to do things on the evening or the weekends. Going to the park was something that I used to do a lot, but obviously I can't do that now because I just don't feel comfortable being around people and touching things like the elevator buttons and whatever else. So not much has changed, but I'm grateful of what we have, and that's what I think we should always keep in mind, to always be grateful of what we have and just to be as humble as possible, really. That's why you haven't seen me, brag about my income in this video, which I don't like doing anyway, but especially in this video because I'm very aware of how sensitive a topic it is, especially when people have lost their jobs and so on. So long story short, my life hasn't really changed that much, aside from not being able to have a proper haircut and having to do that myself. You probably noticed that the sides have been done myself, but the top hasn't been touched because I'm quite frankly scared of screwing up my entire head. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below this video on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, that really helps us to know that we're doing a good job, and just helps us out with the algorithm on YouTube as well. If you aren't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It should be the bottom right corner of the video, just so you can receive future videos like these. And also drop us a comment as well if you want to share a conversation with me. That would be great, just so you can get more insights into the life of a online business entrepreneur, I guess. And if you want some more information about how you can achieve this similar life, about how you can recoup any income you've lost from your day job, or you just want to grow your online business that you may have started and just in the beginning phases of growing and starting, go ahead and visit digitalprosperity.com. We've got tons of programs out there and services where we'll actually do everything for you. As you saw earlier on in this video, we have the Ultimate Done For You service, we have the 0 to 10K coaching program, and some lower priced entry-level programs as well if you just want to get your feet wet. All right, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Stay safe, and I'll be in touch with you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.